Hi, my name is Kanayla. I'm 27 years old, and I have put this video off as long as I possibly could because I already know I'm going to cry. Anytime I have to talk about motherhood, knowing that motherhood has been an extremely hard journey for me, and I've only been a mom for 7 years. It's always a tough thing to talk about. I have been a mom since I was 19 years old. I had my son at 19, was a single mother, came into motherhood like swinging, had him, and the day of delivery, I hemorrhaged and I ended up having 2 emergency surgeries. Also, my son was born with stuff in his lungs, and we were separated from each other at birth. He ended up being rushed to a hospital 45 minutes away that had a NICU, and I was on bed rest because I had just had 2 surgeries. And I really do thank God for, just saving my life that day, because as I'm sure you guys know, a Black woman, we are sometimes ignored when we are trying to advocate for ourselves. And I was 19 years old by myself trying to advocate for the pain that I felt. The whole time I was hemorrhaging, and it was going unnoticed. So I really came into motherhood swinging. I didn't know what I was doing. Didn't have my mama. I was just pulling on anybody that I could, and I just remember thinking, coming into motherhood, this is the worst thing. I'm never having any more kids. But looking back, I'm so thankful for that hard, because I did not know my journey throughout motherhood was going to be so tough just the rest of the way through, and I was going to need to pull from that moment on how I overcame the physical pain. And at the time I couldn't hold anybody but him, and people didn't take it easy on me. Excuse me, I was 19, people were disappointed, and just the emotional support as well as the just support in general, I didn't have that much of it. But looking back, I thank God for him just strengthening me through it, because we got to my second son, and very interesting situation. I was still a single mother, because this is before I ended up meeting my husband. We thank God for him, because he took on, all that I had going on. But my second son eventually was diagnosed with autism, May 2023, I believe, and I knew, and the signs were there, even though this was nothing I had ever experienced firsthand. And I just kind of suppressed whatever emotions I felt about it, even though I was grieving, because I didn't know what his future would look like at the time. I don't believe he spoke or anything, just yelled. And so I just suppressed the emotion and just trucked along, because at the same time I was going through a 2.5-year custody battle fighting for my first son. And I was also pregnant with my 4th child, my first daughter. And I just didn't know how to go through the grief of what I desired for him in his life, while I was also grieving my oldest son being snatched from my hands for no apparent reason, because that is how that resulted. July 2023, my son was placed with his biological dad, and so that was a stab to the heart. At least I thought at the time that it was. I remember saying, all the abuse and everything that I went through, and the abandonment and everything, nothing compares to this feeling that I feel. My heart was so broken. At least I thought at that time, nothing can top this. the very next year, my third son was diagnosed with autism. And I was so numb at this point that I just trucked along. But then we got to my fifth child, my daughter that I'm pregnant with now. And we were told that she has Down syndrome. And I'm going through this right now. How fitting of me to be going through a grieving process right now. And I thought those things were bad whole time. I believe that the Lord was preparing me for this moment because this is a little different. My son is alive. I can still see my oldest son even though we don't live in the same state. My son's diagnosed with autism. I have high functioning, and then I have one that I believe that they're both going to be very high functioning even if we're not there yet. But I have hope for them. Like, they'll get married and they'll have kids. And, you know, a Down syndrome diagnosis is just very different. And hearing doctors say, like, she probably won't have any children, and, you know, it's just a hard thing to swallow. It is a very heavy assignment. And I know that other people have it worse and have, you know, gone through worse and are going through worse. But for me personally, it is a very... There's so many hard things to swallow and accept when it comes to the diagnosis. And I'm going through right now. And so that's been my journey in motherhood. It hasn't been that enjoyable. I hear mothers all the time, my child saved my life, and I really believe that. I can say that I believe that God is teaching me about what I'm called to do on this earth through being a mother, and that it is a very hard and heavy assignment. And I can't wait to get to the point where I can be like, it was worth it. It was all worth it. Every therapy was worth it. All the hurt, it was worth it for the people that like we can help in the future. Even though I'm not there yet. And so I'm gonna wrap that part up. I'm going to show you guys some pictures. I don't have a lot of videos and pictures of my children and us in the camera together, but I can show you guys, you know, just some of our fun moments and some pictures of their life with me behind the camera, and just my viewpoint of their life.
The girl them skill out chick. Thunderball, some give it up, some give it up, some give it up to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Thunderball say, keep me safe and never let this fade away. Girls like me don't cry. Girls like me pretend.
Mello wanted to.
Maybe it's all I need. Moments like this with my family. Nothing compares to how it feels Christmas time. I remember those days when the nights got cold. Leaning on each other made our hearts grow more. Nothing compares to the love at Christmas time. It's the time of year to get exactly what you wish. It's time to be around all the ones to keep you lit. It's time for all the hugs and the mistletoe kisses. Not me, cause I'm a P, but good luck with your missus. This is merry as I'm getting. And I might have had a Christmas that I ain't get a thing that was on my wish list. I celebrated still because I knew that I was gifted. Put that on the count. I'm just one of God's children. So I be
ladies gon' feel me. The fellas in the back and they twisting up a belly. Get silly, get silly, get silly, get silly, get silly, get silly, get silly.
Say, wait. They don't love you like I love you. Wait. They don't love you like I love you. No, I can't.
message to another mother would be, you got this. Just strive to be a little bit better every day. Extend grace to yourself. You might be the first to ever be trying to do it the right way, in a healthy way. You might be the first to ever be present in your children's life. You may have not even experienced your mom. So you really have to extend grace to yourself. I also want to say that you will go through seasons in life where you are not okay, and that is okay. You are not alone. Even if you don't see another body around you, God is close to the brokenhearted. He will never leave you nor forsake you. You are not by yourself. And I really, really, really believe that, because I've went through a lot of these seasons thinking I was by myself because there was no physical body there with me. But I know that God was covering me, and He's also covering you guys. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I got it. We might not have it every single day. Motherhood does not come with a one-size-fits-all manual. But as long as you're just striving to be that 1% better every single day, you're okay. You're okay. But thank you guys for, listening to me, and bye.